Hello everyone and welcome to this Christmas special. As I told you, I'm going to start this Christmas series that is called A Forgotten Christmas, and it will go on for a month, all the way until Christmas Day. So let's start with our very first story, and this story is called The Other Side of the Window. I'm going to read the story and I hope you enjoy it. And don't go before the story ends, because at the end of the story, I have a very special surprise for you. There is a song about the story. You can listen to it as well after you finish the story. But I suggest that you don't skip to the song. Let's listen to the story first, because you will understand the song even better. Now, let's get to it and let me start reading The Other Side of the Window. Snowflakes danced like tiny glittering performers under the streetlight, masking the cracks and grime of the old city. From the shadow of a shop awning, a small girl named Clara pressed her hands against the frosted glass of the bakery window. Her fingers were red from the cold, and her heart left soft, fleeting clouds against the glass. Inside, the glow of flickering candles lit a scene of warmth. A family, their laughter bubbling over a table set with steaming mugs and fresh-baked bread. A boy no older than Clara leaned close to his mother, his cheeks pink from joy. Clara's stomach twisted, not just from hunger, but from the aching longing that had settled in her chest. She wondered how the bread might taste, or how it would feel to have someone look at her with such affection, to have a voice ask about her day, to feel like she belonged. She could almost hear the laughter inside, muffled but sweet, and it felt like music she could never quite learn to play. Her stomach growled softly, a reminder of the crust of bread she had saved from yesterday. She pulled her thin scarf tighter around her neck, tucking her chin down to keep out the biting wind, and leaned closer, willing herself into their world. The smell of cinnamon and fresh-baked bread wafted out whenever someone opened the door, and Clara closed her eyes, letting the scent fill her senses. It was like a memory of something she'd never actually had, a distant echo of comfort and safety. The snow beneath her shoes soaked through the worn soles, and she shifted on her feet, feeling the cold bite at her toes. But still, she stayed, drawn to the warmth and light like a moth to a flame. From inside, the boy's gaze flicked toward the window. For a moment, Clara's heart leaped. Did he see her? She hesitated, her first instinct to step back into the shadows, to disappear. But he didn't turn away. Instead, his eyes widened, and there was something in his expression. Curiosity, maybe even kindness. He whispered something to his mother, who turned, her smile softening as she noticed the small figure outside. Clara's heart pounded. She knew she should leave, knew that being noticed usually led to trouble. People didn't like to see children like her lingering around, dirty, cold, with nowhere to be. But before she could force her frozen legs to move, the door opened, and a warm wave of cinnamon and fresh bread reached her. The woman, her face gentle and her eyes kind, knelt at the threshold, her gaze meeting Clara's. "Would you like to join us?" the woman asked, her voice as soft as the falling snow. Clara's throat tightened. She nodded, unable to speak, her eyes wide with disbelief. The woman's smile deepened, and she held out her hand. Clara hesitated for a heartbeat, then stepped forward, her small hand slipping into the woman's warm one. It felt foreign, the way her fingers were enveloped in warmth, in care. She blinked quickly, her vision blurring as she tried to hold back the tears that threatened to spill. Inside, the room was brighter than she had imagined. The flickering candles cast a golden glow on the walls, and the warmth wrapped around her like a soft blanket. The man at the table smiled at her, his eyes crinkling at the corners, and the boy, the one who had seen her, grinned widely, scooting over to make space beside him. The woman led Clara to the table, her hand still holding Clara's, and she gently wrapped a thick, warm blanket around Clara's shoulders before guiding her into a chair. "There you go, sweetheart," the woman said, her voice like a lullaby. She placed a steaming mug in Clara's hands, and Clara stared at it. Her fingers slowly curled around the warmth. It was hot chocolate, the smell of it rich and sweet, and Clara swallowed hard, her throat tight with emotion. The boy reached across the table, offering her a piece of bread, and Clara took it, her hands trembling slightly. She bit into it, the crust crisp and the inside soft and warm. The taste flooded her senses, and for a moment she closed her eyes, savoring it. She could feel the tears she had been holding back spill over, and she quickly wiped them away with the back of her hand, embarrassed. But no one seemed to mind. The boy just smiled at her. His own cheeks flushed, and his mother reached over, patting Clara's arm gently. "It's all right, dear," the woman said softly. "You're safe here." Clara nodded, her heart swelling with an unfamiliar warmth. She had spent so long feeling invisible, like a ghost drifting through the city, watching life happen to other people. But here, in this small, cozy room surrounded by the glow of candlelight and the sound of soft laughter, she didn't feel like a ghost. She felt real, seen, as if she were part of something good, something warm. The boy's father started telling a story, his voice animated and his hands gesturing wildly, and Clara found herself smiling, a real smile, as she listened. The boy nudged her, his eyes sparkling, and offered her another piece of bread. Clara took it, her fingers brushing against his, and for the first time in what felt like forever, she didn't feel alone. As the evening went on, Clara felt the tight knot of fear and loneliness in her chest slowly unravel. She laughed quietly at the father's jokes, her laughter blending with the others, not an echo, not something from the outside, but part of the melody. The mother refilled her mug. The boy shared his stories, and the warmth of the room seemed to seep into Clara's bones, chasing away the chill that had settled so deep inside her. That night, as snow blanketed the city, Clara felt something she hadn't dared to in a long time. The glow of being seen, of being welcomed, of belonging. She wasn't just looking through the glass anymore. She was inside, part of the warmth, part of the laughter, part of the song. And on the other side of the window, the frost melted away, revealing the bright, golden light within. And that was the story of Clara, my friends. I hope you enjoyed it, and this is just the beginning of our series, A Forgotten Christmas. Trust me, I'm not trying to kill the mood of the holidays. I want you to be as happy as you can. But I also want you to think about those people who are out there, who might use some kindness from all of us. Here we are sitting on this side of the window, feeling warm, feeling loved, feeling seen or heard. These people need that too. Maybe we can give them some of the warmth, some of the kindness that we all have. And it doesn't have to be a big gesture. Small gestures are enough for this holiday season. But of course, please, by all means, be happy as much as you can. Be with the people you love. Enjoy these holidays and come back for more stories and for the rest of the series, A Forgotten Christmas. We're going to have one like that. We're going to have one story like that, and of course, a different story every day. So you don't want to miss that. Now, before I leave you, and thank you very much, of course, for watching, I want to leave you with a song I created for this story, and it's called the same, The Other Side of the Window. I hope you like it. And with that being said, I will see you tomorrow with another episode. Of course, we have a lot of other episodes, but this is going to be a daily thing until Christmas comes. Happy holidays, everybody. I'll see you next time.
Through frosted glass, I see them glow. Laughter echoes soft and slow. My fingers trace the icy pain, but all I touch is cold and rain. On the other side of the window, there's warmth I'll never hold. Songs and smiles, they sway and spin while I stand alone looking in. Oh, to belong, to feel the light on the other side tonight.
Faces blur like candle flames, joy that calls, but not by name. I dream of warmth, I dream of cheer. Close my eyes and bring it near. On the other side of the window, there's warmth I'll never hold. Songs and smiles, they sway and spin while I stand alone looking in. Oh, to belong, to feel the light on the other side tonight. Maybe one day they'll turn and see a child alone, wishing quietly. Maybe a hand will cross the cold to reach the heart left in the cold. On the other side of the window, there's warmth I'll never hold. Songs and smiles, they sway and spin while I stand alone looking in. Oh, to belong, to feel the light on the other side tonight. I keep my dreams beneath the frost, close to my heart, though I feel lost. On the other side, they'll never know, but I'll keep wishing as I